Good morning. So we are in week 11 of this pregnancy. I'm actually about 11 and a half weeks, a little bit further. It will be 12 weeks on Sunday. So it's still very rough. I'm really, really struggling, which then emotionally makes me struggle because I feel so out of control. But I thought I was getting better. I thought it was like my morning sickness was kind of going away because I had a couple of days where I felt pretty decent. And then it just kind of all went back downhill again. And I still can't find food to eat because it's from day to day, depending on if my body wants it or wants to reject it. And so every time I go to the grocery store, I just say, "Ooh, that sounds good," and we pick it up and we try it. And McDonald's was like my go-to for the first few weeks. That's all I wanted was McDonald's, and I hated that because I really want to eat healthy. But I also need to keep food down, and if McDonald's is the only food I can keep down, then I'm all for it so that my baby can get some kind of nutrients. But recently, trying to eat McDonald's has made me sick, and I can't keep McDonald's down. So we tried oatmeal. Oatmeal was sounding really good, and so I've been having a little packet of brown sugar and oatmeal in the morning, and that worked for like 5 days. And then yesterday I tried oatmeal and I threw every ounce of it up, and I felt horrible all day. And I had been craving chili dogs. I know, it's horrible for you. I'd been craving chili dogs, and so I made some homemade chili because we're snowed and iced in here. So it was just a perfect meal. I ate 2 of those babies. Oh my gosh, they were so delicious. And they stayed down. I was like, what? My oatmeal didn't stay down, but chili dogs will stay down? So the chili dogs stay down. So then later on that evening, I just ate a bowl of chili with some saltines, and that did not stay down. So I don't even know. I get so, I just get emotional about it because I just want to make sure that the baby is getting plenty of nutrients, and I just want to feel healthy again. But I know this is part of the process, and I've done this 4 times before, and I've been sick every single time. Except with my daughter, I was only sick for a couple weeks and it went away. So I'm just really struggling. It is very difficult to work a full-time job right now. Excuse me. Which also makes me very emotional because I am a finisher. I finish things. Anything I start, I finish. And it's just been very difficult working full-time and being this sick. If I am not nauseated and throwing up, I have a headache or I have a migraine, which I've never experienced with any of my other pregnancies before. This is the first time this has ever happened. My headaches were becoming a little bit more frequent within the last couple of years. I had seen a naturopath, and she determined that I actually had mold on my brain. So she gave me some supplements and vitamins to eliminate that, and it really started to help. I've also been trying to wear my glasses a little bit more, but I think that they might be too heavy on my ears. So even though they help my eyes, and they put the pressure on my ears, and so it's just headaches all the time. And I think I would rather be nauseated than have a headache. But I just don't feel like I can function. It usually takes to about 10:30, 11 before I have enough energy to move around and do anything. I can get up, I can put on some makeup on the days that I have meetings and I need to put on makeup. And sometimes I just throw a hat on or a beanie on so I don't have to stand and fix my hair. And then I have to go sit down because I just don't have the energy to do, I just don't have the energy to do it. So the whole pregnancy glow, man, I'm looking forward to finally getting to where I can feel like that's a thing again, where I can feel like I'm taking care of myself, because right now it's usually some moisturizer, some Carmex, a hat or braid, and leggings. So it's very unattractive, but it's just part of the process. I know a lot of this is, I know this sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm just trying to be honest with you about what to expect, and it's just part of the process. So it just is how it happens. I do have my vitamins. These are the vitamins that I take, but I can't take them until 10:30, 11 o'clock, or else I will throw them up. But I've got this ginormous, this is fish oil, and I won't be taking that much longer. As soon as I finish out the bottle, I will be done with that. And then I have Thorne, the prenatal, and then I take B plus C vitamins in the morning. So I'll take those later today whenever I know I can hopefully hold them down. I take them in the morning and I take them at night. Still get nauseated at night, but the nausea at night is not nearly as bad anymore. The morning sickness is still very, very bad. So I went and I visited with my midwives last week for my prenatal visit, and everything looked good. They did have me order some magnesium powder to start taking, because I've been getting really achy legs. Feels like a lot like growing pains at night. Also just itchy, like everywhere. I know everything's just changing, and so just itchy, just very restless. The headaches, all these different things. And so they told me to take some magnesium powder and that it would help. So I'm excited about that. They also told me things for my head would be like essential oils like peppermint, which I already do, and basil. I didn't know basil was would help with that. So I have some basil, so I will try that if I get a headache. And rosemary, but rosemary you have to take in like very, very, very small quantities when you're pregnant. So if I get a headache, I will chew on a rosemary leaf, but that will be it. It won't be much, because it's not good for you to have a lot of that when you're pregnant. My labors have gotten much longer with each birth that I have had. And so the midwives told me to go ahead and start taking red raspberry leaf tea, starting my second trimester. So I will start that in about a week and a half. And I'll drink a cup of that a day. And then as I get further along, I'll up that to 2 cups and then 3 cups. And that should help progress labor whenever the time has come. My blood work all came back, except I was deficient in vitamin D. I guess a healthy vitamin D would be like 50, and mine was 26. So they were like, "Ooh, you need some vitamins." So I'm going to be taking some of that, and that's why I'm looking forward to spring, so I can get out and I can get in my garden, I can get the soil in my hands, I can get the sunlight on my face. I just know that's going to help, but it's just getting there right now. So it's been kind of rough. So at my appointment, we just talked a lot, and one of the things that they do at your first appointment is listen for the baby's heartbeat. So I was excited. I was so excited for this appointment, and they could not pick up the baby's heartbeat at all. And they tried, and they tried, and they tried, and both midwives tried. They had me go to the bathroom and then come back and try again, and they just could not pick up the heartbeat. And I was starting to silently freak out a little bit, because I had had a dream just a couple of days before that I had lost the baby. So it's a whole nother thing. Pregnancy dreams are crazy, crazy. I had a dream last night that I delivered a cement garden gnome. I'm just, they're the craziest dreams. But I was starting to just worry a little bit, and so luckily the midwives had a butterfly ultrasound, which is the coolest thing, because it literally hooked up to their smartphone. And they just wanted to kind of put my mind at ease. And so when they couldn't pick up the heartbeat, they first had said, this happens sometimes whenever it's this early in the pregnancy, you may not hear the heartbeat and stuff, but we'd always heard the heartbeat with the other kids. And then after having the dream, I was just like, and I know that's just the enemy coming in and trying to worry me and steal my joy, and I don't need to stay in that place at all. But I would be lying if I told you that I didn't have all of these pregnancy worries, because I 100% do. Whenever you become pregnant, your concerns are more about the safety of your baby. And so you change a lot of things in order to make sure that baby is safe. And so whenever they couldn't pick up the heartbeat, I was getting a little worried myself. Even though the day before I took another pregnancy test, because after I had the dream, I was freaking out and I wanted to make sure that I was still pregnant, and it was positive. But you still want to hear, baby's heartbeat, and we couldn't. So they did this butterfly ultrasound, which looks just like the heartbeat detector, really, and then it just hooked up to the phone. And so we were able to see the baby on the ultrasound, and baby was fine. He or she was kicking and moving all over the place, very, very, very active, and kept covering his face, like, camera shy. It was so precious, and it was just like this little bitty thing. So no matter how many ultrasounds you get, they're all so, so precious. So I felt much better after getting to see the baby. So I have another appointment at the end of March, and hopefully then we'll be able to hear the heartbeat. But there was just one in there, regardless of what everybody is thinking. I've had quite a few people ask me if I'm having twins, and it's just because I'm showing so early. And I've tried to tell everyone that whenever you've had a lot of kids, your body just remembers what to do, and so mine just did it. I'm also not a big woman, and so you can see that I'm pregnant a lot faster than if I was a little bit heavier. And so I started showing almost about I was about 8 weeks, and you could see a little something, and now it's getting a lot more noticeable. So a lot of people thought I was having twins, and I was like, guys, like, my body just knows what to do. I don't think I'm having twins. So there was just one baby inside of me. So I was excited about that, because I was a little nervous if it was twins that I wouldn't be able to birth at home. If it was twins, I would have to have went to the city and birthed in like a Vrbo or Airbnb or something like that, so that I was close to a NICU. My local town does not have a NICU. So I am very happy and pleased that it is just one child. But so exciting things that are happening. We have a contractor over, and he is remodeling our bathrooms. So he started on our master bathroom first, and as soon as he finishes that, he's going to go to the kids' bathroom. And whenever we bought this house, they were very outdated bathrooms, for one, but the main thing is that there were no bathtubs. They were all walk-in showers. And I'm a bather. I want to take a bath, and especially now that I'm pregnant. But my husband really, really wanted to get these bathrooms remodeled before the baby gets here, because with me doing a home birth, I'm really going to utilize that bathtub. I may even deliver in the bathtub. Who knows? But I know for sure I will be sitting in that bathtub. So that's exciting. So he started working on that, and so we should have 2 new bathrooms in like maybe 5 or 6 weeks. Both of them will be done. So I'm very thrilled about that. Something else I've noticed, it could be the weather, it could be the pregnancy, is my skin. A couple weeks ago, I talked to you guys about how bad my skin was breaking out. Well, now it's just more dry, like just flaky and dry, and it just seems to soak up moisturizer and stuff. So I've of course been lathering up with some coconut oil, but I hit up my sister-in-law, who has a line of cosmetics. It's like all natural products, and so she's going to make me some face wash and some moisturizer and things like that will hopefully help keep in some of the moisture in my face. I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the weather right now as well. I do tend to get pretty dry in the wintertime, but I also wonder if part of that is just pregnancy as well. So we're getting that taken care of. But there's not a lot to report back. I wanted to update you guys on how the midwife appointment went. So if you're ever really thinking about doing midwives, I'm so excited. I am so excited. I've had a couple people reach out to me and caution me that, I'm not going to be at a hospital and stuff. But, this is our God intended our body. I mean, we are physically made to do this. So, and I've done it 4 times already, naturally, and unmedicated. So I feel like this is just a perfect opportunity for us, and I'm so excited. And if I, for whatever reason, have another one after this, I plan to go down the same. I plan to do the same thing. Midwifery is the way to go for me anyway. But I wanted to update you on what went on in the appointment. It looked a lot like a regular prenatal appointment. However, they're very attentive, and hiccups still not one way. They're very attentive, and they spent like an hour and a half with me, just talking to me, finding out what my concerns were, just really paying attention to me and building a relationship. And I adored that, because at every prenatal visit I've ever been at in a hospital or doctor's office before, it was like at most 20 minutes out and we're done. But I'm already building a relationship with these women, and so I'm very thankful for that, because they're going to be in my home delivering my baby, and I think that's important, to have a relationship with someone who you invite in to do something like that. But they are really watching right now with work, with the things I have to do at work. They're watching my energy level. They're watching my sickness. They're just keeping a very close eye on me and the baby, and making sure that I'm not overexerting myself. But I'm very thankful for them. They're excellent, and they were very gentle when they did my blood work and everything. So anyway, there's just not a lot. There's not a lot to update you on. It was just a regular visit, but we did see the baby. That was the most exciting thing. Getting me on a couple of those vitamins and supplements should help with a lot of things. But other than that, a lot of it is still the same that it was a couple weeks ago. Still very sick, and it just depends on the day, where I'm at, how things are going to go. But still enjoying this process, regardless of anything that's going on. So if you have any questions about midwifery, if you have any questions about having an unmedicated birth, a natural birth, or if you have any kind of your own anecdotes or just stories or anything, I would absolutely love to hear them. So reach out to me if you do. Have a good day.